Bonusland.
Welcome
to Bonusland. That was a good episode.
Yeah, I like the
good.
Joe interview. I like going out, out of studio, as you would call it. And I wish we could tell you guys the full story about that. The kid's kind of a vigilante. He does more than just
He stops him.
he stops them, and we'll leave it at that. And then he stops them, and if he can't stop them, he makes it difficult for them to do it next time
And they won't go do it again at that place.
because their car doesn't drive as well.
What's the Spanish word for Batman? Patriota.
Batman? El Patriota, that's the Mel Gibson one.
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
Batman is Hombre de Murcielago, I think, or something like that.
Oh man, Rafael knows like this whole other language.
Broken. I know it broken.
But you're pretty good at it.
Yeah, true. I got A's in Spanish. What was I going to say? Batman in Spanish. Let me just look it up. Yeah, Hombre Murcielago. I'm right, dude.
Hey, mercy me, my Murcielago.
Yeah, I guess we know what the Lamborghini's named after.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, obviously we've been going crazy over Anouk. We signed a little 5 sponsorship deal with him.
Little predatory deal.
He's fantastic. We love Anouk. I've been getting big squirts from that. It's funny because you see him on TikTok going viral. You see him, he's a unique guy, right? You're never going to catch me talking bad about Anouk, by the way. He's a unique guy. He's very talented. He's a good singer. He's a content house. He sits in the chair every day.
Yeah.
And he just cranks out content, which I love and I respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge thing. We got to deal with him. Everyone sees the thing going viral and they think small. They go, oh, that's funny, haha. Or, oh, that song's like a funny joke, haha. I see it and I say, I can have that guy say Fleckis Talks.
Yeah.
That's not out of the question.
I have a blue check on Instagram. My DM will show up at the top of his requests or whatever. I can get this done.
And it's like people didn't even try because they thought it's so unattainable. But when you think big picture like we do, you can make your delusions a reality. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the vibe for 2023 is it's the year of making your delusions a reality. Reality is getting ugly. The world is getting destroyed by evil people. Why not just take a couple of your delusions and make them real?
Yeah, schizo your way into success, basically. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We love Anouk. We're going to have a situation. I'm just going to put it out there now. We're going to have a situation where we're going to have like a ball or a gala or like an event, a dinner, where we're going to rent out a space. We're going to invite Rob Smith. I'm going to get him there. I'm going to say, hey, $500 Louis Vuitton gift card. You have to come. He'll go.
I think he'll show up.
We'll have him say a few words, and then we'll have Anouk sing the whole night. And I have like this vision. Imagine you're at Mar-a-Lago at an outdoor like dinner at Mar-a-Lago. You've done that, right?
Yeah.
Outdoor little cocktail ceremony. Mm-hmm. And imagine there's live music in the distance. And it's, no, you're there, and you hear it, and you don't really connect the dots that it's like slightly off.
Yeah.
And then you go and you're doing your whole thing, and there's like this background music playing, and then the whole time it's Anouk.
That'd be great for you,
That
buddy.
would go ding, 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 ding. That would be like my favorite thing in my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do whatever I can this year to make that happen. Obviously, I would fly him out. I would pay him a rate. I would pay him and his a rider or whatever they call it. He needs to bring someone to help him.
Imagine what his demands are.
Probably cheap.
Yeah, it's probably nothing. He doesn't know what to ask for.
We'll get him a hotel. We'll give him whatever he wants, literally whatever he wants. And if he sings that, that would be one of the best memories I have in my whole life. So I'm working on that. And I'm trying to make my delusions a reality. So far, Anouk saying the word Fleckis Talks, the podcast, that became real.
It's already good enough for me.
They all laugh at Benjamin Button when he said the world was round. They all laughed at when he go over town. So
Like Christopher Columbus? Is that what that's supposed to be?
yeah, Benjamin, yeah. Christopher Columbus.
Maybe
So
Galileo?
yeah, something like that. Alexander Graham Bell when he said the phone would ring. So that's what we're doing here. That's what we're up to. That's what's given us squirts lately. So go support Anouk. Let's play one more little Anouk song right here. All right, here we go. One more.
In the warmest of steel, made of stone, where I hear the music, close my eye, feel the rhythm, wrap around, take a hold of my heart. For the feeling can't help it, so now I'm dancing for my life. Take your passion and make it happen. Pictures come alive, you can turn right to your eyes.
So that's amazing. That's like our favorite thing ever. It's one of my best accomplishments. Right up there with Jerry Nadler. That time I got Jerry Nadler up there. All right, let's move on. We have some funny clips before we get into the Sam Britton deep dive. Do you have the Mrs. Claus, the Dr. Claus thing?
Of course.
What's it labeled on your computer?
I can't say it. Unfortunately, I can't say that out loud.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so this was from some HBO documentary, Santa Camp, and this person just is insufferable. And this was in Culture last week, but we'll go forward with it.
He's not there. She's in charge. She takes care of him like any good wife, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm Dr. Claus. Like, I am not the wife. Like, I have my PhD. You're not going to call me Mrs. Claus. I'm Dr. Claus. My spouse is trans and I'm queer. Like, actually, when we come together, I really want to not bring up the fact that we're married and instead really emphasize, like, Santa's got a job and I've got a job, and we work together and really make that space for folks.
Really make that space for folks.
Dude, imagine, like, interrupting a meeting just, like, with your personal news. Like, oh, yeah, I went to Chick-fil-A today. Like, hold on. And just talking about nonsense.
Pickles
nothing.
off the sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't like the pickles on the sandwich. If they messed it up, I'm going to have to go back.
Yeah.
No pickles on the sandwich. It's like you
Like,
are...
we're talking about the budget. Like, we're discussing the budget.
You're interrupting with... You're trying to make your delusions a reality.
Yeah, that's a different kind of lady. That's a different lane.
That's actually bad for my theory because that's what I'm encouraging everyone to do. But if your delusions
But you're not forcing other people to partake in your delusions.
I'm just getting what I can.
You're just doing your own
into
delusions
reality.
in a silo, you know?
Which is what everyone else should do. And then there's no kids involved in my delusions.
But yeah, I'm Dr. Claus. It's like, let's stick with the children's story. This isn't about you, lady. This isn't about your ego.
You're playing a character.
Folks. And you know the folks in her mind was spelled with an X.
Yeah, I want to create that space for folks. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, you're in a coma, lady. Like, you're in a hospital bed. Like, you're talking to no one.
It's 2010. What are you talking about? You've been in a hospital. Oh, man. All right. Next, we have the cis women Reddit post.
Yeah, this was deep dive into the mind of a sicko here. Someone who is transgender. Holy fuck, I hate cis women, normal women. I'm at a restaurant right now, supposed to be a date, but of fucking course, the cis woman I was speaking to flaked on me once she learned I was trans, which happens. Fuck it, whatever. But what's driving me fucking bonkers is the table next to me. 3 girls, all early 20s, slim, bubbly, sundresses, talking about nails and boyfriends and sex, and all basking in the femininity that I've spent my whole life and all my savings just trying to get a taste of. It's just salt in the wound after being stood up by one of their kind. I fucking hate them so much and they don't even know it. It's not fair. They'll never even know the struggle women like us have to go through just to feel like that. So now I'm stuck here listening to them just laughing and chatting about their perfect lives and throwing back Bombay gin until I can drive home good and trashed.
Drunk driver, too.
Mentally ill person hates everyone and wants to drunk drive is all I got from that, which is crazy.
Wow, that was like a really dark insight there.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get trashed and drive home.
And endanger everybody. Yeah.
You haven't put everyone in danger enough.
Yeah. This is like, these are like things you don't even tell your doctor. These are thoughts you keep from people. You know, I'm having these really dark urges. I fucking hate this thing that I'm trying to be. It's like, whoa, we need to pull that thread a little bit, get to the bottom of this psychosis.
What was that hate thing there?
Yeah, it seems really resentful and you're kind of sick.
But if you're willing to spend your life savings, we can cut you up a little bit.
And you notice how, you notice how some of these trans stories, they all have like that glimmer of hope, or not hope, that glimmer of truth that you have to read through the lines for. And in this case, it was, hold on, let me pull it back up. In this case, it was basking in the femininity that I've spent my life and savings just to try and get a taste of. So nothing's been accomplished. There's no, I'm here. I had the surgery and I'm here. I've been trying to get a taste of it, and everything I've done up to this point, I still haven't.
It still doesn't work.
Yeah, so
So maybe it's like you need to work on whatever that desire for something so different is, and try to be comfortable with where you're at. But then you've already botched yourself so bad that how could you be?
it's beyond saving. It's a person with mental issues now, and got stood up on Tinder after I told him I was trans. It's like, when did you tell him that? 10 minutes before they were supposed to meet you?
Oh, by the way.
Oh, by the way, I know we've been chatting and I've been lying to you. So
That's brutal. Yeah, very sad stuff. All right, let's move on. We have a couple other things. I guess we can go right into Sam Britton time.
are you sure you don't want to talk about who you've been DMing? You've got a little project going on the side. Is that?
Yeah, I do have a little project on the side.
He's been obsessed over it, so why don't you tell the audience?
Okay, this is going to sound crazy, but remember we talked about before about making delusions a reality?
Of course.
I'm setting it up with my own misunderstanding of how the world works. You know how we said you should make your delusions real?
You said that. So you're listening to your own advice.
Yeah. Okay. So, delusional person, me. Miss Universe is in town in New Orleans. They're here. They're here. They're going around town. They're here. Miss Universe is in town. So, I went through the list of all the Miss Universe people, and I found the ones I like, and I messaged some of them. Hey, how's it going? How's New Orleans going? And I've gotten a response from a few of them who I talked to. And here's the delusion reality part.
This is the part I like.
If I can get a date with Miss Universe and go out on a date with Miss Universe, I don't have to start a diet.
You don't have to lose weight.
I don't have to lose weight.
Because if they like you as you are now, you got Miss Universe. That's it. That's the top
Oh,
of
I
the...
got to eat better. I got to do a calorie deficit. That's all true. But
If
I have a date with one of the Miss Universe contestants, and that's enough right there, so I don't have to lose that much weight. But if I have a date with a contestant and then she somehow ends up winning, I went on a date with Miss Universe, I think I'm doing pretty fine.
I think that's a good barometer. Yeah, I
So-
agree with you there.
I'm working on it. The one who replies most to me is Miss Russia. So I talked to her a little bit every day this week. I sent her some funny memes about her. There was this meme going around back here. As
Didn't
you can
she?
see.
Didn't she say?
She said, I saw that. She didn't really make jokes. She's careful to not agree with me too much because then she thinks she can get screenshotted and in trouble.
Didn't she say Miss Ukraine was mean to her?
Yeah, she did. So I was like, I hope everyone's being nice to you because here in America, some Americans are scared of Russia and think Russia and Putin are bad guys. Don't worry. I don't feel that way. True. And I said, is everyone being nice to you? And she said, yeah, everyone's being nice except Miss Ukraine. She's kind of mean. And I was like, don't worry about Miss Ukraine. She's jealous. And we give all of our money to Zelensky, and it's so stupid. I'm on your side of this whole thing. I hope they don't let Miss Ukraine win just because of the war going on. So, yeah, me and Miss Russia have been DMing a little bit. She's a very nice
Any
girl.
progress on a date, or is it?
Well, basically, right now,
This is whether or not you have to lose weight.
I know, and we're on the clock.
The stakes are high. That's what I'm saying.
It's like I'm gonna have a heart attack or a stroke, or I'm gonna go on a date.
And you're sarcastic too, so
Yeah. So basically, we're coming down to the wire. The first round. So if you're watching this on
Eliminations?
Monday, the first elimination was on Wednesday, which is when we're shooting right now. So that Wednesday, we'll find out if she's eliminated tonight. I think I can get a date with her because she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
We might get her.
and
on
she's
the show.
gonna be free. She's gonna be
free, and she's gonna be pissed. We can get her on the show and maybe talk to her about the unfairness, whatever. If she gets through, the final is Sunday, which is yesterday. So if Miss Russia wins, I almost want to date with Miss Russia, or hopefully in the days leading up have gone on a date with Miss Russia.
Yeah, for sure.
If she makes it to Sunday, I'll probably have a couple days after. I'm trying my best.
I'm rooting for you, buddy. I think that's a
She's
good
a nice
goal.
girl. She's
Yeah.
a nice girl. She's a beautiful, nice girl. She's very sweet.
And you're not trying to do anything other than go on a date. It's not like you're thinking you're gonna get married to Miss Russia or anything.
Not marrying Miss Russia. I'm not even going to kiss her.
Yeah, you're just going on a date.
I just want to go on a date with Miss Universe as a bit.
Yeah,
So
so you
there's
don't have to
that.
lose weight.
So I don't have to start a
And
diet.
what were you saying about schizo manifestations or something?
If I go on a date with Miss Russia, I don't have to go on a diet.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
If my delusion becomes a reality, and all it is a DM. Oh, go on a date with Miss Universe. That's impossible. Ha 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 ha.
You already
then-
passed. You already passed where most people get when they DM Miss Universe. They don't even get a reply.
She replies. I messaged her today. I said, good luck tonight. We're rooting for you. She said, thank you. That's my girl.
Good stuff.
All right. Now let's get into the meat of the episode. This is what it's all about. The Sam Britton, Richard Rappoi deep dive. What is some stuff? We obviously know Sam Britton, the luggage twink, and what he's done. But there's some stuff he's done in his past that not everyone knows about, and we're going to learn about right now.
So Sam Britton we know is a thief, and this is making the case for Sam Britton is a liar, faker, rat, right?
Yep.
So basically Sam Britton, part of the reason that he got appointed to the role that he did was because of his identity, right? And his his twinkness. He could be used as a prop. Look at what we do. Look at how virtuous the White House is. We play the game. We play the stupid game. And so there was a scrutiny of him before this. He was kind of like involved in a bunch of like gay charities and gay like foundations, right? And so he had a little story going on where he had been a victim of gay conversion therapy, right?
That was part of his backstory.
It was part of his backstory, part of his thing. And so when he was getting involved in all these charities and foundations that set him up for getting appointed to this role, he had kind of like a story, and it sounded good, I guess. But then a smart gay reporter started sniffing around a little bit. And so I just want to go back to the source material, first of all. This is an interview he did with, I think, Deadwood or something. And I've edited this to just his kind of like claims. So basically it's his interview about his coming of age, coming of gay age, and family unacceptance, and story of his gay conversion therapy, right? So let's just let this roll.
I didn't get the same feelings. I said, I have those feelings when I think of Dale, my best friend. My dad just started punching. That was the first day that I was sent to the emergency room.
My dad just started punching.
Because I'd fallen down the stairs. I was sent to the emergency room about 6 more times for falling down the stairs or tripping on the sidewalk. I'm in this constant
6 emergency room trips.
I'm in this constant state of fear. My mom finally starts recognizing, you know what? Hitting him might not be working. So let's try therapy. And it started with the first few weeks. I had AIDS. I was the only gay person left in the world because the government found all the other gays and killed them as children. If they found me, they would kill me. It's the perfect way to keep a child or a teen from coming out. And we moved on to physical therapy. Physical therapy was my hands being tied down and blocks of ice being placed on my hands. Then pictures of men holding hands would be shown to me. So that way I would associate the concept of the pain of ice with a man touching me. It worked really, really, really well. My dad could barely even hug me anymore when I would scream out in pain. Then we went into heat. So coils would be wrapped around my hands, and you would be able to turn the heat on or off. So now if we had a picture of a guy and a girl hugging, it was no pain. If there was a picture of a guy and a guy hugging, we had physical pain. We then went into the month of hell. The month of hell consisted of tiny needles being stuck into my fingers, and then
needle torture.
Pictures of explicit acts between men would be shown, and I'd be electrocuted. At this point, I was completely done. My dad has held a gun up to my head multiple times, but the last time I got on the phone that I tried to keep calling. I want contact. Was that he would shoot me if I ever tried to walk in the door again.
So your dad beats you.
Sad, scary backstory.
That sounds crazy. No one should have to go through that.
There's a facility that's torturing gay people, it sounds like.
Pretty much. And so, I mean, obviously some people were going to like kind of, this was a college kid shooting from the hip, right?
Yeah.
Basically like telling my story, getting a YouTube thing, like blah, blah, blah. And so basically this journalist ended up asking a few questions about Sam because like electric shock, needle fingers, hot coils, we got to shut that place down. Right?
Can't exist.
That place can't exist. That's against the law. You can't torture someone. And so Sam, I'm gonna read a couple of sentences here from the article that are out of order. Not out of order, but not continuous. And so basically, Britton says they were sent to a cruel and sadistic Florida conversion therapist who they saw for 2 or 3 years. Britton's timeline periodically changes depending on the media interview. Britton alleges this practitioner used aversion therapy, which include torture, what we just said, right? And the paucity of finding active cases that employed such barbaric techniques meant that added due diligence was necessary to ascertain the veracity of Britton's explosive testimony. A journalist was doing his job and wanted to verify these claims, right? Britton had also claimed that the conversion therapy led them to attempt suicide, and they were later thrown out of the house by their parents. This author goes on to say, as an LGBTQ activist fighting against conversion therapy with my organization Truth Wins Out, as well as the author of Anything But Straight, The Ex-Gay Myth, I had hoped to work with Britton to expose the harm of conversion therapy. Their story was compelling and could influence public opinion against ex-gay practices, which has been my life's mission. So basically, Sam Britton, talking on the camera, runs into a guy who makes it his whole life mission to get these kind of conversion camps shut down because it's illegal. It's crazy, right? And so this guy starts asking questions. I excitedly reached out to Britton, and they were oddly inaccessible, communicating indirectly through intermediary LGBTQ activists in the Boston area where they were attending MIT. The reason for Britton's scarcity had to do with two simple questions I had asked them. Who was your conversion therapist, and in which facility did the therapy occur? Should be pretty easy if you got gay tortured,
Let's
right, Sam?
expose them. Big trouble.
Yeah, let's get that guy. The basic inquiry was critically important for two reasons. First, in order to share Britton's story, we had to verify if it was true. Second, Britton's testimony involved a torture center where hideous abuses were presumably still occurring against children, at least as young as 11 years old. If such a place existed, there was a moral imperative to rapidly identify the abusive therapist and contact the authorities to stop the atrocities. Obviously, right?
Of course.
If you're getting gay tortured, you're going to want to gay stop it.
Yeah, you do want to gay stop it.
Right? So this guy goes on. This is kind of the damning sentence in my mind for this author. And this author can't really call Sam a liar.
Yeah, that's us.
That's us, because they can just heavily imply and infer. So here's the sentence. It says, why was Sam Britton the only survivor of conversion therapy I've ever encountered since 1998 who refused to answer these questions? Not only had every other survivor provided this information willingly, but they were eager to fight back and shut down their own therapist or ex-gay minister. So that's it. That's it right there, right?
Yeah.
This guy's life mission is doing this and exposing these. This is the first person in the history of his investigation who wouldn't identify his pastor or the place.
Yeah.
He just goes, oh, it was in Florida a couple years. I'm in a dress.
Yeah, I have the worst life. You leave me alone. I'm trans.
Yeah. So, and then this guy, this is all in like, I think around 2011 or 2012, something like that. In response to my public comment, so this guy made a public comment saying like, I can't verify this. I don't know. It might be true, but Sam's a little finicky twink. I can't get him on the phone. My words, not the author's, obviously. In response to my public comment, Britton finally addressed my questions at Queerty. I think that's the publication he was writing this under. I was indirectly in contact with Wayne, and although I know he wants me to send the information to the therapist, that is simply not an option. Counselor after counselor has seen me revert to near suicidal tendencies when I try to dig deep into the memories of the time, but I simply don't have his name. I can picture him clear as day in my nightmares, but his name is not there. So Sam gave a little fake twink excuse, basically why he couldn't.
Schizoed it all.
Yeah. So I don't know. You guys are smart. You guys are viewers. Does that sound like something reasonable?
Smart. And he got into MIT with this story, I bet.
100%. He got into MIT while doing like gay activism. You know what I mean?
So he gets into MIT with this story, with this sorry, sad story, gets into MIT. And then he's from MIT, he gets into the Biden administration because he wears lipstick in his dress.
Yeah.
But the whole time he was a mentally ill, delusional person who steals luggage.
Make up stories.
Made up stories.
Yeah, for attention. And I think it's hilarious because, like you said, he probably got into MIT with this. That's part of his qualifications and his involvement in all these charities and like foundations. And he's just a low character, rat, attention-seeking, negative person who sucks. Exactly the type of guy who Joe Biden says, there's the guy. There's the him.
Yeah.
There's the they, them I need. So
when you bring in these people who are not qualified and then also have mental problems and they also have their own like LGBTQ agenda mission, you just drive through your agenda on their back. They're going to have less resistance because you're not going to make fun of a gay guy or whatever. We don't, what's it called? We don't
care. We don't discriminate.
We don't
right?
discriminate. We make fun of everybody.
We make fun of everybody. If you're straight and doing some bullshit like this, we'll make fun of you too.
That's how they do it. They get one of them, a little victim type, send him through, push him as far as he can. Oh, he's a twink stealing luggage. Cut him loose. We have a million others ready to go.
Yeah. And the really funny part is like he ignores this guy. The guy writes an article and then he has to go, I can't. I'm too PTSD'd from this. And it's
Yeah.
like, you're a joke, Sam Brenton.
If you were getting tortured and abused in Florida, the number one like shitless state for the crazy progressives, wouldn't you be like, it was right here. That's the guy.
There's the
This
shopping
is the
mall.
place. Wouldn't you have to do that? Or else it's still happening, Sam. They're still torturing the gay people now.
I think there was another thing in his story that changed, but I didn't make this dive, where he had switched between therapist and then like psychoanalyst. Like there's a distinction where one needs to be licensed and one doesn't. And he changed from the person who needed to be licensed, because you could easily search them up on a database or something, and he changed it to, no, it's just a general practitioner therapist or something, where there's no documents or whatever. So
I bet his dad's just a nice, normal guy.
I bet they're from central Iowa or something. They're just like nice Midwest people. And he's like, my dad threw me down the stairs, 6 emergency trips, a gun in my mouth. It's like, dude, you're making up a fucking story because your parents kicked you out because you were doing some real twink shit. I'm sorry, bro.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that's a great bonus land.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about this. We're going to try to do more deep dive into random topics on Bonus Land. So
OJ last week, Sam Britton this week. Next week we'll do another one.
so there's more meat on the bone for you Bonus Landers, and we appreciate
Maybe
it.
we'll interview Miss Russia for bonus land next week.
You wish, buddy. You're going to have to lose weight starting next week. 'Cause nobody's going on a date with you.
Oh man, that's so true. Well, another bonus land in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. You already are. We appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. Hope you're enjoying bonus land. These are nice little bonus episodes.
I
every
genuinely
Monday.
hope they are too.
Yeah.
You know, I get really like, sometimes you rush through it, but
Yeah, this was a good one, and we're taking bonus land more seriously. Thank you to everyone who's been here the whole time. You guys are all grandfathered in at your early prices. Everyone else, the $4 and $5 tier, welcome. Hope you like bonus land.
prices just went up.
Prices went up. You bought the top. I'm just kidding. It'll go up again, maybe. So you guys are grandfathered in too. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one.